The world of My Hero Academia is full of amazing, useful, and silly quirks. Nearly 80% of the population have inborn superpowers, and these meta abilities generally fall under 3 categories: Emitter, Transformation, and Heteromorphic. These quirks have drawbacks, stats, weaknesses, and/or side effects on the user's bodies, which gives balance to the world of My Hero Academia. This is to say that even powerful quirks, like Mirio Togata's Permeation ability, have limitations and issues that prevent them from being all-powerful. So the question is, how balanced and limited are the quirks, and which quirks are the strongest? To answer this question, we made a list of the most powerful quirks in the world of My Hero Academia. Before we start, if you guys find this video interesting, please let us know by smashing the like button. And if you enjoyed the contents on our video playlist and want to see more, just click subscribe. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell to get the latest updates. Number 10. Nito Monoma's copy. Though Nito Monoma is portrayed as a smug idiot and thus not much more than a comic relief character, his quirk is actually super powerful, and we're surprised it hasn't been explored or explained more. Monoma's quirk is Copy, which lets him copy the quirk of anyone he touches for 5 minutes, which, with no shown limit to the number of quirks he can copy at once, makes him a watered-down version of All For One. As if his quirk wasn't strong enough, Monoma also apparently absorbs the skills and knowledge of how to use the quirk, which basically makes him unstoppable. Number 9. Tamaki Amajiki's Manifest. Tamaki's quirk, Manifest, allows his body to manifest traits of any food he's eaten while it's still active in his digestive system. This makes for an extremely useful and versatile quirk, as he can adjust to any situation with his choice of weapons. By eating takoyaki, Tamaki can change his fingers into tentacles. He also eats clams every day so that he can use the clam shells as a shield to defend himself. Both Monoma and Tamaki's skill are great in adapting to any type of battle, but Tamaki's great knowledge in using his skill gives him a point ahead on Monoma's copy quirk. Number 8. Hitoshi Shinzo's Brainwashing. The brainwashing quirk allows Hitoshi to take control of someone by forcefully inducing the victim to obey any command. However, the quirk can only be activated if the target verbally responds to Hitoshi. Although the brainwashing quirk is unique and powerful when used right, especially with Hitoshi's taunting and witty tactics, its effectiveness is significantly reduced if the target becomes aware of the quirk's weakness, placing him in number 8. Number 7. Explosion, Hellflame, and Cremation. Akugo's power is pretty strong. A concentrated fire-like attack that dishes out intense shockwaves that is effective in beating strong enemies. Similar to this are the fire quirks, which are more precise and far more ranged than Explosion. Hellflame and Cremation quirks, belonging to Endeavor and Derby respectively, are 2 of the great examples of fire quirks. Both quirks are strong enough to turn everything into ashes. Fire-related emission quirks are quite strong when handled properly. We place them in the 7th spot, as these quirks, although they have different damage levels, are very effective in inflicting serious damage to their opponents. Number 6. Shigaraki Tomura's Decay. As the current acting leader of the notorious criminal group, the League of Villains, his quirk surely lives up to his sinister reputation of breaking down whatever obstacles are in his path. The Decay quirk also leaves very little mystery to how it is used. Basically, whatever Shigaraki touches will completely turn into a dust and decay, whether it be normal everyday objects or human flesh. However, a catch to his ability is the user must use all 5 fingers to activate the decaying process of the quirk. Nonetheless, the catastrophic potential of this quirk is something not to be taken lightly. Although this quirk is impressively strong, it is still no match to the nullifying quirk, which places it at the number 6 spot. Number 5. Half cold, half hot. Shoto Todoroki. Despite the dark origins of Shoto Todoroki's half cold, half hot quirk, the dual ability quirk is one of the strongest abilities in My Hero Academia. The quirk was made up as an upgrade for the limited traits of Hellflame quirk, and they will set up a forced quirk marriage with Rei Todoroki, an ice quirk user, to create a child with a hybrid fire and ice quirk capable of matching the likes of All Might. Shoto Todoroki is a successful product of this hybrid, perfectly balancing both fire and ice abilities to create a quirk with twice the devastating potential of Endeavor's Hellflame. Half cold, half hot virtually possesses no weakness except Todoroki's reluctance to use his fire quirk at times due to feelings of resentment towards his father, which places his quirk on the 5th spot. Number 4. Kaichizaki's Overhaul. Making up for the relatively slow performance of the Decay quirk, Chisaki's Overhaul can both completely obliterate its target into oblivion in the blink of an eye and rebuild it to any form Chisaki desires. Of course, with the limitations of the quirk only being in Chisaki's hands, similar to Shigaraki Tomura's Decay. The menacing power of this quirk was a key issue during the Shie Hasaikai arc, when Chisaki used Overhaul to abuse Eri's healing factor abilities to manufacture and mass-produce quirk-enhancing drugs all over Japan. Number 3. Shota Aizawa's Erasure. Erasure is known in the My Hero Academia universe as a unique and powerful quirk, especially when combined with Shota's tactical prowess and physical skill that maximizes the capabilities of the Erasure quirk. In a nutshell, Eraser is able to disarm an opponent by disabling their quirk momentarily for as long as Aizawa directly stares at them. The simplicity behind Eraser is also its downfall, as blinking even for a moment will return the disabled quirks to their users. Due to the constant strain on his eyes, Shota Aizawa, aka Pro Hero Eraserhead, suffers from chronic dry eye and requires irregular maintenance to stay in shape. Although it also has its own drawbacks, this quirk is notably strong, securing its spot on number 3. Number 2. Rewind. Eri. Rewind turns back the biological clock of its target, which can either heal current injuries or return old ones. When used at its current maximum level, the Rewind quirk can even reverse the physical makeup of a person to the point of infancy or worse. Complete removal from the face of the earth. In the hands of Eri, a physically and mentally traumatized foster child of the abusive Kaishizaki, the Rewind quirk can spiral out of control any time with catastrophic consequences if left unchecked. Quite a strong quirk, but it needs to be harnessed by its owner, placing it on the 2nd spot. Before showing you the strongest quirk on our list, here are some honorable mentions of some impressively strong and memorable quirks that deserve commendation. Number 1. All for one and one for all. Are you guys surprised that we have 2 strongest quirks? We can't deny the fact that these 2 quirks are the greatest quirks that exist in the My Hero Academia universe. One for all is a legendary quirk which grants its user unparalleled levels of strength and the power to transfer the quirk to another person through consumption of the DNA of the previous user. However, with great power comes great responsibility. The use of One for All requires immense physical preparation and training for its user to handle, and also inflicts severe physical damage if not used properly. All for One, on the other hand, is the complete opposite of One for All. As the name implies, All for One allows its user to steal the quirks of other people, rendering them permanently quirkless. This quirk is a step ahead compared to One for All because it grants its user the ability to transfer stolen quirks with ease to another person of his or her choosing. Although All for One is deemed as the strongest, let us not forget that All for One was beaten by All Might and the other One for All users before him, which makes these two quirks stuck on a stalemate and share the #1 spot. My Hero Academia took anime world by storm. With its impressive concept of quirks and giving it some drawbacks, made the skill more realistic in the universe and considerably fair. Although some heroes technically have the disadvantage based on the nature of their quirks, we cannot neglect the fact that these drawbacks can become comebacks if handled properly. Did you guys find our list of quirks surprising? What are the best moments in My Hero Academia that highlight your favorite character's quirk? Who is your favorite character from My Hero Academia? If you were given a quirk, what would it be, and what are its drawbacks? Please shout it down in the comments and let us know why. And also, if you want to give your family a surprise gift for any special occasion, you can always check out our website and look for creative and adorable gifts. This has been Music Chess, your anime trivia master, signing out.